Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to my students in 1S and also in 1N. So, how are you today? I'm hoping everyone is in the pink of health, right? So, are you ready for another English lesson with me? Okay, so basically, we have covered Unit 4 last week. So, now we are at Unit 5. Our topic for Unit 5 is Let's Experiment. For today's topic, I would like to focus on science. Right now, let's jump into our learning objective. Okay, before that, so I would like to remind you a few things. Okay, so I'm hoping everyone is ready with your past textbook and also with your English language book. Okay, so please go to your desk stations, get ready with your past textbook and also your EL book because we are going to start the lessons now. Right, so I'm hoping everyone will give their fullest cooperation today. Now let's look at the learning objective. So we have 5 learning objectives that you should acquire at the end of this lesson. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to read the museum guide, listen, and find the meanings of words in blue. Number 2, choose one part of museum and give reasons why you say so. Number 3, complete the table with correct words. Number 4, write questions for each subheadings. And last one is ask and answer the questions in pairs. So our focus for today would be vocabulary and speaking skills. Now let's proceed with the starter. Right, can you see the picture here? Can you see, can you guess what is the place? What is the name of the place? Is it somewhere outside our country? Means that is it located in the foreign country or it is in Malaysia? Write down your response in the Telegram group. So whether it is in Malaysia or it is in a foreign country. Okay, so I'm giving you time to respond after this, okay? So basically, this place actually is located in our country, in Malaysia. Isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful, right? Okay, so this place is actually Pusat Sains Negara, or also known as National Science Center. National Science Center is actually a science center in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. But not to worry, we have one branch in Kedah, especially for the northern region. We have the National Science Center Northern Region in Mount Keriang. Okay, have you been to this place before? I will tell you what actually are there in the National Science Center. So, National Science Center was officially opened on 29 November 1996 by our former Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir bin Mohamad. So, this National Science Center is actually promote greater understandings and interest in science and technology among the students and also the people in Malaysia. The building actually it resembles a truncated concave with a geodesic dome, right? Geodesic dome. Right. So, actually, there are exhibition galleries. There are pathway to discovery. There are also future world and thinking machines, right? So, another National Science Center was opened in Mount Keriang, Kedah on March 2010. So basically, what are a National Science Center? There are few things that would attract you to visit after this. There are marine life aquarium, there are freshwater fish aquarium, there are wonder spark, there are Eureka, there are also kids discovery place, there are little explorer, there are kids world, there are pathway to science, eye rays, and there is flights. In the National Science Center, you may find more informations about National Science Center after this. Okay, it's so interesting to watch the pictures and also some videos you can find in the internet. Right. So basically, I would like to ask you: would you want to visit this National Science Center after this? Give reasons why you say so. I want you to record your response, send to the Telegram group for this task. Okay? Everybody should send their response to the Telegram group. Okay, don't worry, I'm not going to punish you or what. Okay, I just want you to speak. Okay, don't worry about mistakes. That is okay. Okay, because that is a process of learning. Now let's proceed to the Science Museum. Okay, I want you to refer to your past textbook, page 52. I want to read together with you. So I want you to hold your past textbook, okay? And we are going to read this together. Okay? So get ready because we are going to read this now. The Science Museum, explore the world and have fun. Who am I? Find out how your DNA makes you different from other people and how a scientist would make a clone of you. Food of the future. Millions of people around the world go hungry every day. But are genetically modified crops really the answer? The secrets of medicines. How does a scientist find a cure for a disease? And how can a vaccine stop you getting ill? Learn the answers to this question and more. Journey into space. Experience space in 3D in our amazing IMAX cinema. Travel by spacecraft to the planet Mars and see the view from a satellite flying around the Earth. Healthy Earth. Healthy Earth. Watch a wine Watch a turbine and a solar panel make electricity. Watch a wind turbine and a solar panel make electricity and see what happens to a battery when you throw it away. Right? So we have done with reading. I want you now to look at the words in blue. Okay? We are going to listen to the audio 2.12. Listen attentively to the words said by the speaker. Okay, I'm going to play it twice. So let's get ready because we are going to listen to the audio.
Unit 5. Vocabulary and Speaking. Science. Exercise 1. DNA. Clone. Genetically modified crops. Cure. Disease. Vaccine. Spacecraft. Planet. Satellite. Wind turbine. solar panel, battery,
Okay, we are going to listen again. So please get ready, okay? I want you to practice while listening. One, two, three.
Unit 5, vocabulary and speaking, science, exercise 1, DNA,
DNA.
clone,
Cloned.
genetically modified crops,
Genetically modified crops.
cure,
Cure.
disease,
Disease.
vaccine,
Vaccine.
spacecraft,
Spacecraft.
planet,
Planet.
satellite,
Satellite.
wind turbine,
Wind turbine.
solar panel,
Solar panel.
battery,
Battery. So we have listened to these words. Okay, I want you to practice by yourself. Okay, today's audio 2.12. Okay, I want you to practice pronounce these words correctly. Okay, and I would like you to find the meanings of these words using online dictionary. I want you to find the meanings of all these words because I want to see whether you can find the meanings of these words and whether you understand what is the meaning of these words. This is to enrich your vocabulary, okay? Not only you know how to pronounce it, but you know what is the meaning behind these words. So I would like you to go to Oxford online dictionaries. I want you to type these words in the online dictionary, Oxford online dictionary, and write down the meaning that the dictionary tells you. All right. So we have done with task one. Okay. We have read the museum guide, and also we have listened, and we have repeat the words in blue. And your task is find the meanings of these words. Okay. And I want you to record yourself pronouncing all these words and send to the Telegram group. That is for task 1. Now let's proceed. Task 2. Which part of the museum would you like to visit and why? Let's look at back to the reading materials. Read the museum guide. So basically, in the science museum, there are 5 places or 5 parts in the museum. Okay, the first one is who am I? Number 2 is food of the future. Number 3, the secrets of medicine. Number 4, journey into space. And the last one, number 5, healthy earth. So I want you to pick one part of the museum that you like the most and you like to visit, right? And you give reasons why you choose the part of the museum, right? So example, I already give the example here. For example, I like journey into space. I love seeing a spacecraft in a movie and I want to experience 3D moving of traveling in a spacecraft and things in the universe. So let's say this is my answer, okay? I'm choosing Journey into Space because I love to see spacecraft. I want to see the 3D version. Usually we saw in the movie that just not a real is a it's a real thing, but somehow we don't feel it because in 3D we can feel that like we are traveling in a spacecraft. Okay, so I choose this one. Let's say if you choose other parts of the museum, I want you to give reasons why you choose the parts of the museum. right? So I think you are clear about this. If you can see here, I like journey into space. I bold the words here, the sentence here, because I want to state which part of the museum that I choose. So I choose Journey into Space. And then I love seeing a spacecraft in a movie, and I want to experience 3D movie of traveling in spacecraft and things in the universe. So this is basically the reasons why I choose. So so basically when you choose one thing, you should give reason to support why you say so. Right, so we have done with task 2. I want you to do this in your EL book. Okay, just only one part of the museum. Right, now let's proceed. Okay, if let's say you have two places or two parts of the museum that you like the most, can I do that, madam? Yes, of course. I would be delighted to hear from you, but I'm not giving you so many things to do. One is just fine for me. If you think that you can do more than one, that would be better. Now let's proceed. Okay, now let's look at the task 3. Task 3. Copy and complete the table with the correct words from exercise 1. So you have to go back to exercise 1, which is the museum, reading the museum guide. You have to look at the word, scan it carefully. Okay, I have taught you about scanning and skimming, right? So in previous lesson, I have taught about skimming and scanning. So I want you to do the same. Okay, the examples are already given here: spacecraft, and then look at the table, medicines. So what should you put there? Okay, so we are going to discuss the answer once you have finished this. Okay, so just copy and complete the table with the correct words from exercise 1. Right, so now, yeah, it depends because it depends on the words here. Space and medicine, environment. Okay, so you have to class it. Okay, you have to classify it and put it in the correct table. Okay, now let's proceed. Task form. Express yourself. What do you want to know about science in the future? Write one question for each of the three subheadings in exercise 3. So, if you can see, there are three subheadings in exercise 3, which are space, medicine, and also environment. Okay, there are three. So, space, medicine, and environment. Every subheadings, you need to write one questions for each. So we have three subheadings, meaning to say we should have three questions. Okay, one for each subheading. Right. So I've given here the example number 1 is from your past textbook. Will people live on other planets? Right. Will people live without electricity? Okay, so you have to construct the questions using the WH questions, okay, and based on the subheadings, right? Okay, so do this in your English language book, okay? Now, let's proceed to the last activity. Task 5, work in pairs. So this is going to be a pair work. Okay, work in pairs. Ask and answer your questions from exercise 4. So you have constructed questions. Okay, so basically you have constructed three questions from three subheadings. So you are going to ask your partner the questions. In the meantime, your partner also are going to ask you the question that he or she has constructed. Okay? So I've given here one examples of a conversation, but it is not a final one. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, so we have done it before. We have done it a few times. I think you are familiar with this, but don't, like I said before, I want two-way communication. Not only one person asking, that person, another person is answering, and then goes back to you. You ask, she answer. You ask, she answer. I want both of you asking and also both of you answering. Okay? So let's look at the example here. Hadi. Hi Siti, how are you? I heard that you have been to National Science Center before. I'm fine, Hadi. How about you? Yes, I went there last year. Hadi, I'm perfectly fine. I have some questions to you. In your opinion, do you think people will live on other planets? Siti, in my opinion, if we found a planet that is similar to Earth, maybe we can consider to live in that planet. I have one question to you as well. Do you think that we can find a criminal by looking at DNA? Do you know what DNA is? Okay? So basically this is the examples. Okay? Examples that maybe you can refer, or you can do much better than this. I don't want you to copy this down because this is only the example. Okay? I want you to uh, try to think. Okay, try to think of the questions that you really want to know about the future, about the science in the future. Okay, what are the things that always uh, be in your mindset? You want to find the answer. Okay, so uh, in your during this pair work, I want you and your partner to discuss the possible questions and also the answers. Let's say if you want to find more information about the answer, you may find the answers or more information on the internet. You are allowed to do so. So don't worry about that. Okay, you can go to internet. For example, you want to find what DNA is, right? Maybe you have tried to find in the online dictionary what is the meaning of DNA. Okay, so but it is not enough with information, so you can find more on the internet. So I think we have done with this. I want you to record your conversations. Sorry, I want you to do this together with your partner, okay? Uh, and send to me your recording, okay? As usual, record and send to my personal Telegram, or you can send to Telegram group. But I think it would be better if you send to my personal Telegram, okay? So yeah, that's the end of today's lesson. Okay, so what have we learned, class? We have learned about a little bit about science, okay, not a science subject, but we learned about National Science Center. We learned about the science museums, what are inside the science museum. Okay, there are plays about who am I, about DNA. We learned about food of the future. We learn about the secrets of medicines. We learn about journey into space and also healthy earth. Okay. So if you have any questions regarding this topic, you may find more information on the internet, or if you cannot find the answers or you have difficulties to complete the task that I've given, you can personally message me. Don't worry, I will be there to help you. Okay? I think that's all for today. Don't forget to do all the tasks, okay? I will assist you if you need my help. Okay? Don't worry about that. So, I think that's all for today. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay good wherever you are. Okay, I think that's all. Assalamualaikum and bye. See you again next class. Okay?